forgot the whole high. But oh well. What's up? How y'all doing? This is Bobby Z, Ryan O'Toole, and we have a special guest star for you today. Our good friend Sam Mara. Yes, he's an actor. He's vegan and he's gorgeous. What more can I say? Just scrumptious. I'm so happy to have him here today. Ain't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's better than we deserve.
It is. It's much better than we deserve. Y'all seen the show. Y'all know what's going on.
Have they?
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here on Watch Hard. So, yeah. Thanks for that introduction. I feel super flattered.
Well, we'll start
Most
out.
definitely.
We know you've got some things in the works.
Yes,
I
definitely.
believe you've got Mistletoe in Montana coming out this year sometime.
Yeah, it's on Lifetime, December 17th. Check it out. It's Christmas, so.
I know all of our moms will.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
You know what to expect.
You know Mama and Auntie Paula so excited to see your movie on
do
the
they know
Lifetime.
about it already?
Yeah, they did. I spilled the beans. I was going to keep it a secret, but you know me. I always got to tell the business.
I told my mom, and she's very excited.
Ellery going to be mad because I ain't told her yet, but
She
I
is.
just said it on the show. She
She-
going to watch the show and be like, why didn't you tell me Sam was on the TV?
I don't have cable, so let me know how it goes.
Oh, yo,
No,
I'll let you
look,
know.
look, none of us have cable.
But now that we know,
But our moms do.
I can't believe what's funny is it's getting such a close release date to Christmas. Because
Yeah.
usually I'll drop like on Thanksgiving and they just repeat them the rest of the year.
You know what?
They're
That's a
already
good
showing
point.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're already showing them.
Yeah.
The Christmas movie's already out.
Well, I know Christmas
Yeah.
in July is a big thing.
Yeah.
Christmas in July. That's a whole last month that they do
Yeah.
of Christmas movies in July.
Yeah.
Hashtag why?
Because it makes easy money.
Can we do Halloween in March?
No.
Yeah, I think Hallmark, they have plenty of money. Yeah, I mean, they're cranking these things out. So.
Yeah, good for them.
Absolutely.
That's great.
It's like Airbud sequels.
They still make those?
I don't know. They were for a while.
Leave them dogs alone. Let them retire,
They're not
baby.
the same dogs.
They're not the same dog?
No, that dog died a long time ago.
Oh, didn't she have the puppies and they were you? I'm thinking of Beethoven. Oops. Remember those Beethoven movies?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, wasn't Gina Gershon in the second one? But no, that was another lady. But she
And-
looked like her. Right? You remember that actress from the second one? The
Dude,
lady
I
with the
haven't
bad
seen
lady?
that movie since I was a kid.
Me too. I haven't
like
seen it
5
since
or
I was
6 years old.
5.
I don't remember anything about it.
We'll look
I
at it.
I just remember that they got that dog, and that dog was too much for that family.
That dog was way too much
that
for
was,
that
that was
family.
part of the fun.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yay!
And what else we got down the pipeline, Sam? I believe.
Absolutely. I heard a Wes Anderson movie
I
is
did
in the
too.
making.
Yeah, we just finished filming Asteroid City in Spain with Wes Anderson, so I think that's supposed to come out sometime next year. So yeah, definitely
And
check
an
it out.
all-star cast.
I think so.
Yeah, I just
Hopefully.
pulled up the IMDb. I just pulled it up. What do you mean, hopefully? You were there, Sam, top billing.
Exactly.
Billy, I don't know about that. I don't
You
know about
better.
It's Tom Hanks and you, correct?
that. Of course. It was just Tom Hanks and I the entire movie. Everybody else, they're just there for show. Yeah.
Okay. Tom Hanks is in it? Tommy Hanky?
Yeah.
Tommy
unless-
Hanks.
I love Tommy Hanky, baby.
Tommy Hanky.
Absolutely. So does this mean, is it a comedy? Is he returning to comedy? I would love that.
You know I can't release plot details.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
that's true. Oopsie, me trying to get you to spill all the beans. My bad.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah. I have no
I'm
idea when it's supposed to be
excited.
released. Hopefully
Yeah,
sometime
you're right,
next
because
year.
I just pulled up the IMDb. Ready for the big plot summary?
What?
Plot unknown. Rumored to be a love story set in Europe.
It's pretty broad.
That's enough for me. That's enough for me to
that
get
could-
me excited.
That could be anything.
Ooh,
That
child.
could be anything.
You got the setting, and it's Europe.
I mean, that could be a James Bond movie.
Oh, dude.
True.
Yeah.
I really hope it's set in like an Eastern European country.
Even though we filmed in Spain.
Yeah, but that's for
backdrop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Exactly.
cheaper. It's cheaper to film in Spain
Where
than
you
in
can
the
get, like-
Eastern European countries.
You can get one of them four-star hotels for $5 a night.
Did Eurotrip lie to us?
Did they lie to us? Is that not something
I
that
think
happened?
there might have been some exaggeration, but
Okay.
I don't know if lie.
I like the
would be
original
right
ending of
term.
that movie.
What's up?
The original ending of Eurotrip.
What was the original ending?
She just says no, and that's the end.
It just ends. Just like that.
It's like dodgeball.
All right, where they just lose
Yeah.
and it just ends.
Average Joe's lose.
And the movie just ends.
They
Well, I
came
can
all
lose.
this way for nothing. The end.
All that flirting she did with him online, I'd be pretty surprised though if she had told him no.
Not after what he said. Keep your big German hands away from
Oh
my...
yeah, huh?
He thought he was a dude.
He did. Cause Scotty doesn't know.
That may be my favorite Matt Damon performance of all time.
It's
Right?
great.
Yeah.
You know what pissed me off? It lost the VMA for Best Cameo to Simon Cowell in Scary Movie 3. That is bullshit.
Did it really?
Yeah. I'm sorry, MTV Movie Award, not VMA. What am I saying?
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Simon.
that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, well, American Idol was big. They were parodying 8 Mile. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know.
And it was Scary Movie 3.
Yeah, they parody 8 Mile, and he's like he's just himself, and he's just saying that performance sucked.
Interesting.
Yeah, and Matt Damon lost to that. I think that's the biggest.
Why would Simon Cowell, prissy British ass, be anywhere near Eminem in Detroit for that scene?
I think that was.
It was a Scary Movie
the
parody,
comedy
and
is?
it's called
No,
Money.
no. Say what?
It's called Money.
It's called
They
money.
just drove the goddamn money
Exactly.
truck
No,
up.
I understand the money, but I'm just saying the whole scene don't even make sense to me. They should just go ahead and give it to Matt Damon. I'm
Okay.
shouting out for Matt Damon. You know I love Matt Damon, especially when he got fat for The Informant. Yes, Matt Damon.
All right. Yeah, I mean, this isn't
Eating
undercut
cakes.
the other amazing roles he's done, but yeah, Eurotrip is still his best performance ever, in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay.
Nor to undercut what Simon Cowell's done, but
Well,
Eurotrip.
it can't look. It was definitely better than that Last Duel bullshit. Did you see that movie?
Which movie?
The Last Duel.
I have not seen that. No.
Ooh, child.
Oh, I think I've seen
child.
ads for that.
Ooh, child.
Well, what movie did we all see just recently?
We did. Oh yes,
Yes.
I should say we gotta do the open for our first category. Show me the movies. Oop. Where we talk about trailers for movies that we're excited to see or movies that we've seen that we absolutely love. So yeah, not gonna waste any time. Let's get into it. We saw Dune.
Yeah, we gotta talk about it.
We gotta talk about Dune.
Gotta talk
Otherwise,
about
what am I
Dune.
doing here? Otherwise, what am I doing here? I don't
Yeah.
need to be here if we're not talking about Dune.
You know what? That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The main movie, we done
me
been
and
talked
Mark
about that one. Dune is the most important here.
Right. Dune.
So what was your take away from Dune? Like when you first saw it?
Yes. I loved it.
Okay.
To be fair, I've only seen bits and pieces of the 1980s David Lynch one,
Okay.
and have not finished the book, but I've read online summaries, which is just as good, right? Of course.
Yeah.
That part.
But I absolutely loved it. The director, Denis Villeneuve. I can't speak French, so I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
That's okay. We butcher names here constantly.
Exactly.
But I mean,
Paul
I think he's
Verhoeven,
known
we
for
love you.
he's known for the world building, and so I thought it was great. I really don't have. I'm sure you guys can get into it, but yeah, go for it.
Well, I'll tell you this. The part that you said I wouldn't care for is how they got around the violence.
Yes,
I actually really liked how they got around
I
the
did too.
violence.
Oh, he loved it.
it was the
thought-
most
he
creative way
loved
I've seen
it.
them do
I
it.
was like, what a great way to explain why blood isn't going all over the place.
Right, and that's so they could get a PG-13 rating. But I actually liked how they did it, rather than something silly that you see in some other movies.
And I like how the shields, because they prevent gun bullets, that's why they have to use swords.
Yeah,
I dig
exactly,
that.
exactly.
Oh no! I thought that part was cool as hell.
Yeah.
There was a lot I loved about the movie, but he knows I was sitting there in that movie pissed off for like a whole minute, and I kept looking over at him. He was like clearly enjoying. I was like, all right, I'm gonna fix my attitude because clearly he enjoyed.
I
this.
loved it.
I should
Well, yeah. What was issue?
I should say my issue with the film was what everybody told me the film was going to be. So everybody told me like, oh my God, this is gonna be your new Harry Potter. Like you're gonna fucking love it.
there's
Like
nothing to do with that.
It had nothing
Who
to do
told
with
you that?
You're a wizard,
Exactly.
Paul.
Stop listening to their opinions. Who told you that?
Exactly. Oops. So I went in with a certain mindset for the film. And when I walked out, I was kind of mad because I felt like I didn't get what I was looking for. But then I really started looking at it and dissecting different parts of the film. I was like, I really fucking enjoyed that. I love a movie that's going to make me think outside of the box, and movies that kind of intersect different themes involving religion, philosophy, politics. So it really was right up my alley. I just kind of had to take myself back a little bit and just be like, wait a minute, let's consider the film for what it was, not what everybody was telling me to expect. Let me look at it from clean eyes. I have to go see it again. I was telling her, I was like, I'm very excited to read the book, because of a lot of the themes that are touchdowns. But you know me, I love my Jesus. I can't stand the church, though. Oh, they get on my nerves. But I love my Jesus. So I love a good Christian epic story. You
Good
know,
Messiah
Lord of the
story.
Rings. Exactly.
Yeah.
Good Messiah story.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, we own it. Harry Potter, which is kind of, we own it. I love a good Christian
Super
theme
subtle
story.
Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah, that's about as subtle as it could possibly
Oh,
get.
C.S. Lewis.
Yeah.
But
yeah, go for it.
go guest first.
His best book is Screw Tape Letters, but go ahead.
That's good. Letters, right? But I
Yeah.
guess we'll get into that. The thing with Dune, I think that I've heard criticism about, which I understand, is how it's a lot of buildup and it's kind of slow. But I think based off how much happens in that universe in that book, it was kind of necessary.
Yeah.
I will say, if you're not somewhat familiar with the story, the whole Bene Gesserit witchcraft stuff could be kind of like, wait, what is going on? But since I knew it, I loved it. But I think I've heard criticism about that.
Oh, I love them old ass witches.
Yeah, well, some people were like, wait, what the heck is this?
Right.
But yeah, that's really the only criticism I've heard.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see how for some people, like if you're not kind of familiar with all of what's going on, it can be a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah, and
But-
it seems slow and like weird
Yeah.
witch stuff going on.
But I'll tell you, all the performances were stellar.
All the performances were great.
was
The
awesome.
acting was
I
immaculate.
loved Stellan Skarsgård as the Baron.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
the Baron, I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
ever seen the David Lynch version. You guys, that character, the Baron, is really easy to just chew the scenery. Like you can really, it's such an over the top evil character. The fact that he played it so subdued, and he actually was like, legit,
Yes.
he was menacing.
That's Stellan though. That's Stellan. He was giving me those good old girl with the dragon tattoo, vibes.
He's a great villain.
He's such a good
He is a
villain.
good villain.
I love, because he is slow and menacing, and you kind of like you look at it. He's very handsome, but there's like an air to him that's kind of like creepy. And it's like, oh, what is he gonna do to me? I'm both scared and turned on. Hey, Stellan.
Did you guys ever see Hodorowski's Dune? No, this might be a weird.
I didn't
Is that
know
the
that-
miniseries?
No,
Okay.
it was a movie. It was this director Alejandro Jodorowsky from I think he's originally from Chile, who was like this surrealist LSD influenced filmmaker in the 70s who wanted to make Dune. So before Blade Runner, before Star Wars, all those things. And so he brought in all these artists that eventually went on to work on Star Wars and Alien and all this to like start working on this. And some of the illustrations they came up with were amazing. And you see where things like Alien got their influence from H.R. Geiger. He did artwork for
Yes.
Jodorowsky's Dune.
Okay.
It never got made, but it was like batshit crazy. And you guys should look at it. Like he wanted to get Orson Welles to play Baron Harkonnen.
Oh, I can see that.
So he like found Orson Welles wasn't really acting at the time, but he found him at like a restaurant in Paris. And Orson was like, I want you to do this movie. And Orson Welles was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. And Orson was like, okay, if you do this movie, the chef that works in this restaurant, I will hire him. So you will eat the same meals that you eat here on set. And then Orson was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. Sounds good. Salvador
I'm living for
Dali
that.
was going to be in it. It was absolutely insane.
Didn't they make a documentary on this?
They did.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, if you look and like the story went super weird and surreal and LSD, but
It was the 70s.
it was like maybe like one of the coolest movies that never got made. If you look at some of the artwork that got done, like oh crap, like this is what Star Wars is based off of. Like oh, this is what Alien was based off. Oh, I see this in Blade Runner.
That's
Right.
awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna have to check that one out.
We will.
You might
Yeah.
have to do a whole thing on that. Anyway,
Something
sorry, that was a
about
No,
weird.
that's great, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
now that I'm
segue.
now that I'm getting obsessed with all things Doom.
Dude,
Yeah.
when we came out of the theater, he was acting like a little pissed off kid.
But what did I say though? No, I said that was the best movie about different kind of spaceships I've ever seen in my life.
So any trailers move anybody?
Say what?
Any trailers move anybody?
I want to talk about the spaceships real quick.
Okay, talk about the spaceships.
They were really cool.
And that's it. All right, good job.
No. Because I'm sitting here for this movie, and I'm loving the acting. Every single scene with Oscar Isaac and Timothy Chalamet, I was like absolutely obsessed with. I loved it. He was such a good father. Like, I'm kind of, let me not give away no spoilers because it's a fresh movie.
Right.
But goddamn, Oscar Isaac, you showed out. I'm just going to throw this out there because I know they're talking about redoing The Bodyguard and who should play Kevin Costner's character. I'm throwing out Oscar Isaac's name. I'm throwing it out because there's something
interesting.
about him that's very like broad and like heroic and like protective, but also very sweet and calming. He's a calming force, even though he's like brings a lot of strength to it. I really love that. I think he would just be really, really excellent in that role. I could see like any like singer falling in love with him. It would just be fabulous. So great job. All the cast did a great job. All the cast did a great job. Jason Momoa, you turned it out for this movie. I was so happy to like see him like away from something like
Where he stabs people?
no, where he's constantly showing his muscles. Because, like, yes, they look good and it's nice to see, but I want to see more from him, and I really feel like I got it in this movie. All his scenes, like, ooh, he just turned out. He turns out. I love you, Jason Momoa. I loved everybody in this. It was absolutely amazing. So I'm excited. The second one comes out October of 2023.
I have no idea.
Looking forward to it.
Definitely.
I know they're doing at least 3.
Is it the same director?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because like the level of detail that went into.
I'm not sure. I
worlds
think they
and,
might just be doing Dune Part 2.
I
Because
was
we're
told
about
the
halfway
studios-
through the story.
I
Yeah,
think there's three
okay.
movies slated. The second one's
Yeah.
supposed to finish the original Dune book,
And then go to the second
and
one.
the third one goes into Children of Dune.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
There's
Don't-
like
don't quote me
7
on
Dune
that.
books. He wrote like
There's a lot.
5 or something.
There's
Yeah.
a lot.
Messiah of Dune. Children
Children
of
of Dune.
Heretics of Dune.
Heretics of Doom,
Yeah.
God Emperor Doom.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
So any movies anyone's excited for coming out? Sam?
I'm trying to think. Considering like I can't think of anything at the moment. I guess none of the trailers really grabbed me.
Licorice Pizza is what I want to see.
I knew it. I knew
Oh,
it.
yeah.
We were seeing it. I was going to say, I've been seeing the trailer for Licorice Pizza for like the last 2 months.
Yeah.
And it was his first time back at the movie theater seeing Dune. So as soon as the trailer popped up, I was kind of just looking, I was like, I know he finna love this. You love anything 70s.
I do.
He loves
Thomas
the good
Anderson
70s
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You love 70s and you love a nice, like, young love story. You
do.
know?
And
It
it, looks
is-
like,
yeah, it
and it
is.
looks like Bradley Cooper goes insane during it.
It does look
so
like
that looks fun
yes! We didn't see him go off the Silver Lining
Dude, actually- too. No, he was pretty nutty in American Hustle.
He was pretty nutty in the mess.
Well, it's also the 70s.
He had that good perm in American Hustle. That
did
was
have a
in the
perm
70s.
going.
That movie got skunked for the Oscars too. American Hustle was amazing. Amy Adams needs to get hers. You
There's
know?
Christian Bale and Jennifer Lawrence too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I remember.
Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence
Jeremy
got
Renner?
hers. Yeah.
Jeremy Renner was in it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remember.
Jeremy Renner was in it. Ooh, looking all cute with his little self. Absolutely.
What other trailers were there? I clearly forgot.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
That wasn't even a trailer. That was a whole ass commercial. So we're sitting there, we're watching the trailers, and like in between trailers, they kept doing like commercials.
Yeah, one was just straight up for Diet Coke.
Yeah, it was just like a commercial for Diet Coke, and we thought like after that it was gonna go into the movie because you know how they usually have
Right,
that,
right.
like go to the lobby. No, it was a full-on Coca-Cola commercial, and then back to trailers. There were like 2 of them.
Yeah, movie started at 12:55. 1:40 we started watching the movie.
140.
Yeah.
140.
Wasn't there a we're going off track here. Wasn't there a lawsuit years ago about a guy who sued movie theaters because the movie didn't start at the time it advertised? Whatever happened to that? Clearly, I guess it didn't work.
Nothing happened.
Nothing.
I want to say he won, but clearly nothing
Right.
changed.
Here's some money. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, I think it might have been settled out of court. Yeah.
Probably.
But he has a valid point. Like it says 12:55, but the movie doesn't start till 1:40. Like what the heck, man?
True. And that's the thing I question all the time when they say the runtime for the movie.
Right.
Does that include the time for the trailers,
No.
or is that just
No.
the yeah?
That's
I
through the
think
credits,
that's-
though.
I
if they-
wonder if they
yeah.
worked around it by saying, "Oh, 12:55 is when trailers start," but it's not mentioned
Right.
anywhere unless you read like the fine print on your ticket or something.
Well, I should say, yeah. Well, because they better fix that shit. Because if you buy the tickets online,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to get the refund, it's and like after the start time that it
Right.
says, you can't get a refund anymore.
Oh, interesting.
So if it's just going to be about the trailers,
Hmm.
they need to include that in the runtime. They need to like at least add that on so that people can at least calculate like, okay, it's starting at this time. There's going to be at least this amount of trailers, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and plus the movie.
Right.
Dissect it so that people can, situate their motherfucking schedules. But I know why he bringing up trailers right now because the new Batman trailer is out. And you know what? I've been saying all this time that Robert Pattinson is going to be an amazing
You
Batman.
lying sack of
I
shit.
never said anything different.
You're a damn liar.
What? Even if you heard somebody like that say it on the show, it wasn't me. It was just somebody who looked like me.
Gotcha.
He's a god.
I have to admit. Okay.
It looks
the fir-
promising. I think it looks promising.
So the first trailer that I saw, I wasn't too excited for. I was like, what's this? They pretty much just showed Robert Pattinson.
And Commissioner
brooding all the
Gordon's
time.
talking.
I'm like, why are you brooding again, Robert Pattinson?
Uh-huh.
Are you smelling Bella Swan? Are you having your own personal hearing attack right now? What's going on? But then now that like we were sitting in, that was actually like the best trailer we saw yesterday. I've seen Licorice Pizza trailer a bunch of times. I already knew you would love it. I knew you would love it. So when I saw the full-on Batman trailer, it looks amazing. And I'm so, so excited to see Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. Y'all know Eartha Kitt is my bitch. I fucking love Eartha Kitt, yes. So I'm excited to get kind of back to that energy. No offense to Anne Hathaway. I love you, girl. You are a fabulous actress. You deserved every bit of that Oscar for Les Mis, but you ain't no damn Catwoman.
Well, I think the problem with, I guess we're going off track again, Dark Knight Rises, well, there were several problems. I liked the movie, actually. I really liked it. I think I'm one of the few. But I think the problem with Catwoman in those movies, she wasn't given a whole lot to work with. Anne Hathaway, the character. I felt like the character wasn't fleshed out very much. There's only like one scene where you see her kind of doing Catwoman stuff like stealing. And then,
Yeah.
But that was kind of it. She was just kind of there. Otherwise.
Ain't nobody believing that pretty ass Anne Hathaway with them good fingers is stealing nothing. She ain't got to
Also, they never called her Catwoman once, did they?
No, they just
I
called
never
her the
thought
cat
about it. I don't
burglar.
remember.
Yeah, this kind
Yeah.
of.
Oh, the cat burglar.
I didn't care for
I don't
Dark Knight
remember.
Rises.
Christopher Nolan, his
But-
best movie is Interstellar. I said what I said. Because the rest of them, I'm just, well, The Dark Knight was
What about the
amazing.
Prestige? Did you like the Prestige?
I forgot about the Prestige.
Prestige
I
is pretty
did
great.
enjoy the Prestige.
Yeah.
Yes, that was like the last one of them. Remember, we talked about this on the show a couple of times, where like Hollywood used to do these scenes where they would come out with similar movies at the same time,
Yeah, yeah.
like Deep Impact and Armageddon. What was the other one that?
The Illusionist.
The
With Edward Norton.
Illusionist.
Yeah.
Yes. Which one had Hugh Jackman?
The Prestige, because I just saw it recently.
Okay,
Yeah.
and The Illusionist had.
Edward Norton and Paul Giamatti.
Yes!
What was
Okay.
her name? Oh my gosh, Jessica Biel.
Yes, absolutely. I saw both of them and I like both of them.
Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
The Illusionist very well, but I saw The Prestige recently. I'm like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, it was actually pretty decent. But
Yeah.
Interstellar is still the best Christopher
I
Nolan
liked
movie.
Interstellar as well.
Yeah.
I liked Interstellar as well.
Oh, Hans Zimmer turned it out with that soundtrack, baby.
Doesn't Hans Zimmer pretty much always turn it out?
Yeah, he turned out in Dune.
True.
Yeah.
Hans Zimmer did the soundtrack for Dune?
Yeah.
I didn't
Here's
even
a
look
question:
that up.
Has Hans Zimmer ever dropped the ball?
No, because he cut the
that's a
fucking
good- yeah,
Lion
that's a good
King.
point.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's a real question. Maybe you should do an episode on that. Find a movie where Hans Zimmer dropped the ball. I don't think there
I
is.
got one. I
What?
got one.
What?
Unfortunately, Sherlock Holmes.
Did he do the music
Yeah,
for that?
He did the music for the first Sherlock Holmes.
I think he
the one
phoned
with,
that in. He was like, it's fine.
Yeah, he kind of did.
I don't
He
remember
kinda
the music
did.
for it, so I can't comment on that.
The best song from the soundtrack is Discombobulate, which is just kind of okay. You know me, I like to listen to my music scores. That's literally how we became friends, America.
Yeah.
Like we were roommates right next door to each other. This one was across the hall, and we were just talking about like stuff we liked, and we started talking about movie scores and how much we listened to it. And he showed me all these movie scores that he had, and all I had was like little stuff. Like I had The Day After Tomorrow, and I had like a couple of like John Williams things, a couple of like Hans Zimmer, Howard Shore. But I didn't know like anybody too big, you know. But absolutely, yeah. That's the only one I can think of where Hans Zimmer didn't really.
I don't remember
give
the
his
music in that movie.
best.
I don't remember much of that movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember the was
Yeah.
it Game of the second
Yes,
one?
it was
Second
Game
one-
of
oh, I fell
Shadows.
asleep.
I don't remember that one.
I fell
Sorry.
asleep. Y'all not finna do my girl Irene Adler like that, you know? Which I'm
that's
still
right.
rooting. I'm
Yeah.
still rooting for them to do a series. Who's our favorite new horror writer?
Flanagan?
Flanagan. I need
You
Mike
couldn't remember,
Flanagan.
could you? You couldn't
I
remember.
said, you know my brain don't work no more. Whole ass scrambled egg up here. I don't know what's going on. What day is
Were you doing a bunch of LSD?
Who
in
are
the
you
70s
people?
With Alejandro Jodorowsky? Is that what's going on?
it? Probably.
Sorry, I feel like we were supposed to talk about something.
We are. We're going right now.
We are. We get it.
Sorry,
Okay,
my
the
bad.
movie we're watching hard is Batman Returns.
Welcome to our show.
Yeah, actually, if we get about 15 minutes of Batman Returns, that's a pretty good record.
That is
we
a
had
pretty
a
good
Ghost
record for
episode
us.
where I think we talked about Ghost for 12 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, it was talked about. I felt a fair amount.
Yeah, okay, we tried.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah.
Okay, so Batman Returns.
Gonna talk
What
about
a
Whoopi a little
great
more, but go
video
ahead.
game. 1992, made by Konami
Right. There was a video
on the
game.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Game was fucking awesome.
That
I
game
don't
was
remember
awesome.
anything about it.
Dude, first of all, interactive environments. You could beat the fucking clowns up and throw them through the glass. That was ahead of its time.
I don't remember that video game at all.
1992, the Batman animated series.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we done
That's
talked
the
about it.
best.
Please. Don't you got the DVD box set?
Oh yeah, of course.
Don't you got the DVD box set?
Somewhere.
I'm the only one who still got to get the DVD box set. I'm just gonna
That's
buy it
great.
on Amazon Prime though.
This show is so dark.
Yes,
It was,
because
yeah.
it was filmed. It was used. They used black construction paper.
Yes,
Right.
You learned me that on
Yeah.
the show. I had no idea about that, and it's just amazing because it just gives it that real 1930s, 1940s kind of Art Deco feel, but like mixed with that goth Tim Burton feel. Like I just love it. I love that car. Chow.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I love
And
that
Mask of
series.
Phantasm. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
looking back, I can't believe I watched it when I was like 4 and 5 because that stuff is really dark.
It is. It's very, very dark. They were not afraid to go dark with us.
No, and I'm glad. Those are the good old days.
the good old
Good old
days.
days.
I know, right? All these kids get sunshine and happiness. And let me tell you why I'm upset about the Great Gatsby. I don't care.
Well, actually, I've noticed their more stuff is more about like feelings. Like they've really gone to in depth, like some of these things about like children's feelings. Ours was more
That's
about
true.
how do you cope with the death of your entire family.
Yeah. Well, because that's what was
You
going
beat
on.
up- you beat
Everybody
up-
was
you beat up
dying in the
these
90s,
street
baby.
Beat up costumed villains.
Yeah. The only way I know how.
Of course.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Look, I'm still thinking about becoming a vigilante hero sometimes.
See, you
'Cause
couldn't
I
run
don't
up the
like that
stairs.
I don't need to run up the stairs. Do you ever see Batman take the stairs? No.
That's a good point.
Thank you.
That's a good point.
Bloop.
Sorry, Batman Returns, what were we saying?
I was
Y'all
gonna say,
fucking
yes.
win this round.
Though I should say I did. It's 2-1. What you gonna do?
Nothing.
You need to have Sam here more often. I don't ever win nothing. Thank you, Sam.
I mean, he has a valid point. I don't think I've ever seen Batman go upstairs.
You know who did go up the
Don't
stairs?
do
The
it.
Ghostbusters.
They did.
That was a whole part of that movie.
yeah, well, they died poor, and that's the whole part of the new one.
It's because of those damn
The whole
lawsuits.
trailer is like, you know your father didn't leave us no money.
Yeah, it's because the city kept fucking not thanking them for saving their sorry asses.
That's
Anyways,
true.
Batman Returns.
Batman
what did y'all
Returns.
think of Batman Returns?
Oh, you know I love it. You know it's one of my favorite movies ever. I've said it before on the show multiple times. I live for Tim Burton. I love Tim Burton. I love everything he did with this film. I remember seeing it as a kid, just being like so enthralled in everything that was going on, all of the characters. I had a thought and then it left my head.
Wow, what a great show.
But it was one of those. It was one of those things, and I've talked about this on the show about how I love like directors who you kind of start to notice certain themes and a consistency in their films.
Well, yeah, there's a shot that's literally pulled from Beetlejuice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where they fly
well, yeah,
into-
I was gonna say Bo Welsh, who was the production designer for this one. He didn't do the first one, but he did do Batman Returns. He was also the production
It
designer
shows.
for Beetlejuice.
It shows.
It
Yeah.
100% shows. It was so much of an improvement. You know, not that the 1989 Batman wasn't amazing, and it really, really was. But I think him and Burton worked a little bit better together to create that real, once again, 1930s, 1940s Art Deco goth style that is just so amazing. But you know, I love it when directors are consistent with their style and their writing, and I'm fascinated by that, and I feel like I really kind of learned to look for certain things like that because of Tim Burton, and it started with Batman Returns.
Totally.
You know, Batman Returns was the first Batman movie that I had ever seen.
Mine was the Adam West Batman movie.
No.
That's when the shark, he gets his anti-shark spray.
Anti-shark spray.
Yeah, and then that shark that was an exploding shark that was pulling his leg was like a riddle, apparently. Like, what was
Okay.
that shark doing, Robert? It was pulling your leg. Who pulls your leg? The Joker. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I think what I like about Batman Returns is that I remember what it was advertised as being like a family movie.
Yes.
And as I saw it as a kid, I didn't realize some things. But we saw it recently. I'm like, this thing is super dark. It opens with the like attempted infanticide,
Yes.
the attempted murder of an infant
Yes.
child.
Yes.
And I'm like, I just didn't realize that as a kid. Like, this is super dark. And I think Ryan mentioned it, like, the studio kind of, because Tim Burton kind of gave him free range. And when Batman Returns was finished, like, wait, this is super freaking dark.
Yeah, it did not coincide with all the McDonald's toys they had lined
You know
up.
what? Yeah, that was actually like the biggest problem that they had with the movie because critics loved it. Like critics
yeah.
like praised it very much, and they said like, yeah, you want to take your older kids to this, not the younger ones, but it is an amazing movie. It was really McDonald's who called the studio and were like, hey, so we're getting all these complaints from parents that the toys, like they don't want them because it was too scary for their 5-year-old. And I'm just like, oh well. But you know what? People must have had sensitive ass kids because we all saw it and I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, I had a
nothing
penguin
scared
toy.
me
I had
about
all
it.
the toys. Yeah.
Exactly. I love
I had the video game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toys, video games, all the merchandise. I wanted everything. I wanted the costumes. I wanted the whole fucking movie. I just want to be a character.
I am going to throw this out there, though.
Batman Returns.
As a kid,
Uh-huh.
I like Batman Forever way better than Batman Returns. Jim Carrey running around. Look,
You know
I was like, hey,
what?
look, Jim Carrey doing
Yes.
Jim Carrey stuff.
That's what Joel Schumacher took over, right?
Joel
so he tried to
Schumacher,
bring
yeah.
it back to the family
They did.
friendly.
They
Yeah,
said,
he did.
bring
he
it
did.
down.
Yeah.
And literally because of merchandising. And Tim Burton
Yeah.
was talking about that. He was like, it was his first time working with a studio where he experienced them like getting on him because they weren't able to sell enough toys. He was like, what? And he's like, yeah, this needs to be a whole franchise. We want to do all the merchandising. You doing shit too dark. You're out. Joel Schumacher is in. Which I'm not sure was the best choice, but I will say the one good thing that came out of the Schumacher movies is I've always held to this. Even though Batman Returns is my favorite Batman movie, I think it's the best Batman movie, followed by The Dark Knight. Val Kilmer was the best Batman.
Oh, that's a
For
bold,
me,
that's a
Val,
bold statement.
yeah, that's a bold statement, but I've said this for years, and I'm sticking to it. There is something that he gave to Bruce Wayne's character. You know, I knew about his parents dying and everything, but it was always kind of just like an afterthought, like, oh yeah, that's his past. It's not really until Val Kilmer's Batman that we really see the emotional strain that he's going through with what was her name, Dr. Chase, played by Nicole Kidman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think her name was Dr. Chase, but his sessions with her and talking about his past and fleshing out his past, you know.
Shows up
mad at her. Have you seen Val Kilmer?
She shows up to like a fucking active crime scene in lingerie.
Why not?
Love it. I love it. We
Nothing
we
gets
need
you
more of
turned
that.
on like crime. That's why everybody
Oh,
be
no, she
watching
doesn't.
ID
I'm
Discovery
lying.
and
She uses the bat
investigations.
signal to try to get
You
laid.
feel? What do we
Good
call that? Murder porn. It's hot.
It's a good point there. I heard,
Exactly.
and I don't know if this is true, so this could be completely false. That Val Kilmer, when he's acting, when they're shooting a scene and doing coverage of the other actor, let's say they're doing the coverage of the other actor first, Val Kilmer will yell all his lines, so the actor's super scared. And when they flip around and shoot Val Kilmer's lines, he'll whisper. So it looks like when they get the edited top, it looks like he's just whispering, and the person's
And they're
like
still
super
like,
scared.
ooh,
Yeah.
I love that.
I don't know. It seems
Yeah.
like kind of a, I don't know, whatever. I don't know if that's true.
It's
or
a
not.
little bit of a
Did he
deep
do that
movement,
for
like-
every movie?
I have no idea.
Or just for this one?
I have no idea.
Like where he's supposed to be menacing.
Like, did he do that in MacGruber?
Yeah, maybe.
MacGruber. I forgot he
no
was in that
idea.
movie. Oh, Val Kilmer. I'll be your Huckleberry. Mm.
Here's
What?
here's the thing. I have issues with Batman Forever. My issue with Batman Forever is it's towing the line between like complete family friendliness and like still trying to be dark and menacing. I think it kind of gets lost in between the two. Everyone,
So like everything Warner Brothers does with DC now?
yeah,
What you're saying is it's so average
Yeah.
that it's not bad enough to hate,
exactly.
but not good enough to love.
Yeah, like Batman and Robin, like everyone shits on for obvious reasons, but it's so ridiculous and over the top and family friendly.
It's like fun.
It's like I can kind of like, okay, I get what it is.
It's
whatever.
yeah, it's fun to shit on.
Yeah,
And
Whereas
like
Batman
enjoy.
Forever
It's
is
like
kinda
the
weird. I don't
shittiness
know.
is almost enjoyable. Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah,
Did you guys ever see the commentary to that?
No.
It's just Joel Schumacher apologizing for an hour and a half.
To his credit, he took credit for the entire movie. So, and I thought, based off what he was told to do, is like, oh, that's
Dude,
that's
actually,
what it is. So
it's
like, I don't
very
blame him.
reminiscent of the 1960s Batman.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They added the camping. They added the
so many
yeah,
puns.
Oh yeah.
I like when they play ice hockey with that priceless diamond.
right.
Yes.
Batman, they click their heels and fucking skates come out.
I do want to know though, like, what is Joel Schumacher's deal with frickin' Dutch angles?
Oh, I know, it pisses
Because
you off.
Batman and Robin, the entire movie is Dutch angles for like no reason. I'm like, why? Why is that? Like, why?
Maybe comic book panel feel. He's trying to get that comic.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess, but it gets to the point I'm like, it's just unnecessary. But maybe he's just trying to make it fun. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But what does that tell you? That's like the most aggravating thing of that movie.
Well,
to me?
for me, it was really such a switch, and I would say the costumes are kind of like the most annoying thing to me for Batman and Robin. I mean, it's an obvious thing. I don't
Nipple
even need
suit?
to talk more about those rubber nipples, but kind of more of just the look that they decided to go for with Bane. Like, what is this?
Well, I was gonna say-
He's supposed to be a South American wrestler who's actually like a genius, and they just had to, you know, like it was just weird. I was living for Uma Thurman's looks. I was living for Uma Thurman's looks, but Arnold Schwarzenegger's Victor Freeze suit, that shit just looked like some goddamn aluminum. It really did. It looked like some aluminum with some blue lights. It looked like one of the cheap little space lasers you could get like from the 99-cent store. Like they just bought a bunch of those, melted down the plastic, and reassembled his suit. That shit looked so cheap. That looked like a damn Halloween costume somebody mom made for him. Because they wanted to go out with the friends, and all the friends had good costumes. And I was like, oh, I got you, baby. Walking down that cheap shit. Can't nobody get no damn candy because you walking up and the lights all reflecting there, blinding everybody. It's a bullshit. Cheap ass. I'm just saying, compared to Batman Returns, where like they put
I have a
in
problem with the
so
costume of Batman
mu-
Returns.
Which one?
The goddamn, why is his emblem yellow?
I never thought about it.
I never thought about it. Yeah.
I watched it. Like, what kind of asshole camouflage is that? You're all dark. You got this big fucking yellow chest piece with a yellow utility belt.
I thought that's how Batman was supposed to look.
It defeats the whole purpose of trying to blend in menacingly at night. I thought about that last night when I was watching it.
I don't think they were going necessarily for that.
All I know is
much.
what I like about Batman Returns. Michael Keaton's Batman murders people.
Yes, he does. He killed that ass, honey.
Did you see the Batman 89?
Yeah.
There's that one scene where he drives into the factory and blows it up, and there's like all those people, and they're like, he just killed like 50 people.
This one dude, he's
And this one, Batman literally kills way more people than any of the other characters.
I was like,
I
don't
love
think
it.
any of the villains killed as many people. He straight up lights one dude on fire. He blows up one guy.
Straight up, strapped a bomb to the
throws him
dude.
down a hole, blows his
And
ass
just
up.
domino, boom. Surprise.
Yeah, it's fun. I like Murder Batman.
Same. I've always said I would love for them to do like the Flash alternate universe where they have the one where Bruce and Martha were killed and Thomas becomes Batman and he's like brutal. He's kind of like the Punisher.
Yeah.
You know, I love that just kind of like dark concept. So this is probably another reason why it's one of my favorite Batman movies. I'm so sick and tired of them doing hero movies where the heroes are not allowed to have like flaws or like react like the wrong way to some things in the moment. It's going to happen. They're human. Stop trying to Jesusify them and, you know, let them have like real human moments. But yeah, like the fact that Batman, he just goes there in this one. It is so dark. But there is, you know, that element where we know Batman is usually trying to blend in with the night and stuff. There's something about this movie. Batman is almost kind of a supporting character in his own film.
Yeah,
most of the time you kind of see him, he's walking around in the day and people can see him. They know who he is. The city's comfortable and they're used to him having now. So he's not hiding as much, but he still like has that dark menacing presence. Like, so when he comes, it's like, oh shit, Batman here. Let me go.
Yeah, because he just blew up that person. Of
That
course he's
part.
got a fucking menacing presence.
Absolutely.
Holy shit, he just blew up Joe.
Exactly. He's just riding. He's not even really trying to be in the shadows too much. He's riding in the Batmobile throughout the city at night, looking at Penguin at the city.
Yeah, I like how he rolls by
He
slow.
just rolls
Like,
by.
oh man.
like he finna do a good old 90s drive by.
Well, it's
What
like-
you doing, Batman?
It's like, how are you being subtle? As
learned
fucking-
that in
as
the hood.
fire is spitting out the fucking back. Oh man, I hope he doesn't notice me.
Gotta be sneaky.
I don't even think he was trying to sneak. I think he was trying to let him know, yeah, I see what you in there doing. I was telling him, I was today years old. We were watching this shit last night when I found out. I was like, I never thought about that. When he's in the Hall of Records, I thought he was always like actually looking for his parents. No, he's looking up the kid's name so he can snatch up them motherfuckers. I was like, oh wait, I never caught that the entire time. And I've seen
I
this
don't even
movie
caught
a
it this
million
way. What? I don't
Yeah,
remember that
'cause
at all.
Yeah.
It make a reference to when Catwoman is in there and they're talking.
Yeah.
And he grabs. He's like, don't look at those. Well, it's not for you.
She grabs that stack of papers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
when
see
she goes
all
when she
the
goes
names.
to tell Penguin about how Batman
Yeah.
napalmed her arm.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Isn't this the only sequel Tim Burton has ever done
Yes.
for anything?
Yeah. I
That's
believe so.
interesting.
Wait, did he do that? Did he do Alice through the walking glass?
No.
Through the looking glass?
No.
He didn't do that? Yeah. You know what? He was talking about that and he was saying, you know, with his experience, and she's like, you know, beforehand they just didn't think about shit like it's going to be a franchise, it's going to be a universe, and blah 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 blah. And those Superman sequels had all kind of been really really tanking, so they didn't really think it was going to, you know, be like a whole series. And he was saying how with Batman Returns, he wasn't even looking at it as a sequel. He wanted it to be very much its own standalone movie.
Well, it is.
And it very much is, because the only references that you kind of get to the first Batman is with Vicky Vale.
Yeah. And
That's
it's
it.
only
And he
mentioned.
just talks briefly about his relationship and why it didn't work, you know, because she knew too much and he wasn't trying to quit Batmaning. So that's really the only kind of references you get to the first Batman. It very much is its own movie. You do not have to see the first 1989 Batman to understand what's going on. in
Actually,
this
you have to
one.
see
I agree.
none of those Batmans. You have to see. Any
I
of
agree.
them. You can just watch any of them
Yeah.
as a standalone movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think with Forever and Batman and Robin, you kind of have to somewhat understand why Chris O'Donnell just happened to show up
Why?
in Batman
No,
house.
you don't need to.
I mean, if you're like
That's the
fresh
part
and
that's
not-
going to confuse you.
No. But if you're like fresh and brand new to the series, you ain't never seen Batman before. It's like, who this little boy?
That's the part that's going to confuse you, not
You
the
know
guy
what?
that's shooting
Let me
ice.
tell you something.
What? What the fuck you going to say?
Okay. No.
Yeah, right.
Moving on.
I'm just so confused. This plot is confusing the shit out of me.
Wait,
'Cause
hold
there's
up.
a boy here.
My brain went back a second ago. You said you had a costume issue with Batman Returns? Did you say you had a costume
Oh, with
issue?
the
We
yellow
talked
emblem.
about it.
Oh yeah, with the yellow emblem. No, because it is what popped up in my mind was I was reading about the Penguin and him getting in his prosthetics, doing 4 hours of makeup, putting on the padding and
That's
everything.
great.
And he said he absolutely hated going through the process. But then when he showed up on set, they had real live penguins.
Yeah.
And so they had to keep everything extremely cold for the penguins. He's like, that water was ice cold. And he said, I felt so bad because I was there with all that padding and that big ass coat and I was warm and everybody else was freezing their ass up on set. So he's like, damn, I got to sit in this shit and do 4 hours of makeup. And then he got on there. He was like, oh, this is lovely.
You know, that's my only beef is that yellow emblem. But Catwoman's costume's amazing.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Zing. You know, Michelle Pfeiffer was saying they had to actually vacuum seal her to get the tightness. And the first costume that they made, they didn't think of a bathroom slot.
Oh boy.
Oh, dang.
So she said, "Take all that shit off, go to the bathroom, and then suck it back in." But they said they were able to come up with a new one very quick. But she said it was the most uncomfortable costume she's ever had to work in, even though she loved the way it looked.
You know what's funny, though? As I was watching that movie last night, my favorite villain in the movie isn't Catwoman, isn't Penguin.
Is it Max?
It's Max Shrek.
Max
Christopher
Shrek.
Walken's
Christopher Walken.
fantastic.
Christopher Walken.
He's always doing Christopher Walken stuff.
Yes.
I like how he throws the chick out the window.
Totally.
And then he's like, man, if she tries to blackmail me, I'll just throw
I
out
threw
her
her out
higher-
again.
I'll throw out her higher
He was
window.
like, she walked in. She was like, couldn't you just die? And he was like, women never fucking surprised me. Oh, well, I'll just yeet that bitch out the taller window. Oh, well, moving on. Wasted no fucking time, you know?
And I don't think he's in the comics at all. I think he's
No.
made just for this movie.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I've never heard that character like reference before.
They should bring him back.
I agree.
The seedy businessman.
yeah.
Max Shrek.
Yes. You know, him giving that damn speech. Oh, you know, I'm just a poor schmo who got lucky.
I wish I could give
That
back
don't
more.
happen in capitalism. You lying.
But world peace.
World peace. We didn't talk about that. I'm talking. Remember when everybody was fucking focused on world peace in the 80s and the 90s? Like every fucking like beauty pageant, world peace. Don't nobody say that shit no more. I think everybody's giving up on that. Like that shit ain't happening.
Probably.
We could have world peace if we had Batman.
Oh.
No, we wouldn't.
So vigilante
Gotham is
justice
so goddamn violent
Gotham
still?
is so fucked
Yeah,
up because he refuses to kill anybody now. You know, Batman, you wouldn't have half the problems that you have if you just got rid of some of these motherfuckers from the get-go.
Yeah, but then it'd be really boring, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, we all know he's just doing this to entertain himself. He's like, look, I'm a rich man. I got to find a way to entertain my time.
Yeah.
Other people running the company, I don't feel like doing that shit. That was my daddy shit. So I'm just going to run around chase these bad guys. The cops ain't going to bother me while I'm doing it. But I can't kill nobody. I don't have a license for that, y'all.
Yeah.
But just do it.
Crazy
have you-
stuff that rich people do.
Because I know you haven't seen, right? Crazy shit rich people
Oh,
do.
look at Squid Game, right? There you go.
There you go.
What'd you think of Squid Game? Off topic real fast.
Like, where do I start? What about it?
I haven't
Think about
seen
what
it.
part of-
You haven't seen...
No, I
okay.
still haven't watched it.
Okay, we can't talk about
Yeah.
it.
You haven't seen Under the Red Hood, though.
Yes, I have.
You saw Under the Red Hood?
Dude, they've done Under the Red Hood 47
No,
times.
but did you see the most recent Under the
No.
Red Hood? Okay. Well, shit, I'm going to just spoil it anyways because I don't care.
It's
been out
Jason
for years.
Todd.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that. It's always
No,
been
no.
Jason.
There's a... No, that's not the big reveal. There's a line that he tells Batman at the end of the movie, and I was like, that's the most truest thing. And it's set in the universe where Batman doesn't kill... some bullshit. And he tells them... The reason why he becomes the Red Hood is because the Joker tries to kill him and he ends up like paralyzed and he learns how to rewalk and train himself and he becomes the Red Hood and he comes back and he's like, fuck it, I'm killing everybody. I don't care. And he tells Batman he has the Joker and he's ready to kill him and Batman stops him. He's like, the amount of people that this man has killed, brutalized, and maimed and you just keep letting it go on. How do you live with yourself? How do you live with yourself? You're letting this happen. We could end this right the fuck now. Look what he did to me. Fucking Barbara Gordon can't walk no goddamn more. She in a motherfucking wheelchair. What more does this man have to do to you to make you take him out? And he's like, oh, you know, the honor code, blah, blah, blah. If you kill a killer, there's still the same amount of killers in the room. Like, bullshit. Bullshit, Batman. Killed it, motherfucker. That was actually, did you see The Killing Joke?
I read the book.
Did you see The Killing Joke?
I've not, no.
Okay, so in The Killing Joke, it's kind of ambiguous whether, like, he kills the Joker at the end or not, which I kind of liked a lot better. When they decided to do it as a movie, they just made it like, oh, they're just laughing together. Why the fuck would that happen? Like, why? The Joker's a maniac. Batman's not finna sit up there and have a chuckle with him. And this, like, right after, The Killing Joke is right after he cripples Barbara Gordon, you know? So it's like, no, just take him out. Like, what more is it going to take, Batman? You know? What more is it going to take? So, I'm all about Batman killing motherfuckers in this movie. Yes. Kill more people, Batman.
We got about 10 minutes to wrap it up.
We got 10 minutes. Oops.
What else do we need to talk about?
I was gonna say, was there anything more?
What else is on the agenda?
Well, we
like,
talked so much about Batman Returns
We
today.
did. We went in a lot into it.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
you
probably
guys
the
were
most we've
very-
actually talked about a movie that we said was going to talk about, but...
Yeah, you guys are very directed on this one. Well done. Comparatively.
You know what? We're going to take the compliment.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll take it.
Comparative.
Exactly.
What other thing I like about that movie?
Normally we say needs improvement. Today we can say shows improvement.
There you go.
Keep trying, damn it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Which brings us to any crazy news going on in the industry?
Oh, okay. The last two things I'm going to say about Batman.
What?
I got to give
did
a
you guys
shout
talk
out.
about Rust? The Rust movie?
Oh, yeah, we talked about
Oh,
Rust.
yeah, we talked about
your
that.
2 cents on Rust.
This is I just got to give Michelle Pfeiffer this shout out because, you know, in my universe, there's only two Catwomen, Eartha Kitt and Michelle Pfeiffer. And Tim Burton was just saying how amazed he was at everything she brought to the set that really wasn't her choice. Or that wasn't in the script. It was her choice off the cuff. The part where she dies with the cats and her when she wakes up and her eyes are flickering, all her. The part where she's in the department store and she starts whipping off the heads, Tim Burton just told her, just go and do something sexy. And she went in, she just whipped them heads and shit. She started jump roping with the thing. I was like, yes! I love it when actors kind of can bring their own thing into the role.
Totally.
You know, Michael Keaton did it too, because we were talking about this, about how in this one, Bruce Wayne and Batman, like, perspectively, they don't really have that many lines.
He's just kind of there.
Yeah. And the writer, Dan Waters, he wrote a lot more lines for Bruce and Batman. And Michael Keaton was like, no, I want him quiet. I want him menacing. You know, I want him kind of more, especially for Batman, I want him more in the backdrop. And it kind of just, it worked in their favor. You know?
You know who else did that very same thing? Ryan Gosling in Drive.
Really?
Yeah, there's a shitload of lines apparently in that screenplay that like aren't in the movie.
I love that. I love that when I love it when actors can bring in their own kind of unique experience and talents, because that's how they make the character their own. That's how you really, really like, you know, make that character. Oh yeah, I remember them playing that part, when you really just bring a piece of yourself into it. You know, so, and I love that Tim Burton's the kind of director who's like, yeah, that works. We going with that. Annette Bening was originally supposed to play Catwoman, but she got pregnant.
Ah.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer was all. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer was all sad. She's like, I wanted to play Catwoman, but she found out about it after they had already casted Annette Bening, but she got pregnant. So she called up Tim, and Tim was like, all right, I'll send you a script. Tell me how you like it. She said she was halfway through the script. She called him back. She's like, I'm doing it.
All right.
I'm doing it.
I'm glad you did.
Yes. Okay, and that's the last thing. We wrapping up Batman. Now let's go into our other category.
Oh, real quick, is Michelle Pfeiffer a vampire? Because she still looks great.
She
Right?
does look great.
Right?
That was actually the most unbelievable part of that movie. How she's single. She's like, I just can't find a man. Okay,
Who
Michelle
said
Pfeiffer.
that? I said, if you walked into that creepy ass pink faded apartment with a bunch of baby dolls and a sign that said, hello there, your ass would get the fuck out too.
I've walked into creepier places with not Michelle Pfeiffer and been totally fine.
Yeah, that's true. You like them strange bitches though.
Hey, language.
I said bitches.
No, you
vicious.
didn't.
I can say that because I'm a whole ass bitch. I am that
Okay.
bitch. I'm the
Okay,
bitch.
I see how
You
it
know
is.
what? That is probably my favorite scene. Her transformation into Catwoman when she starts making her own suit and she busted up that "Hello There" sign and she's like standing there.
And
she's
what's
like,
it say?
I feel so much yummier.
What
and
does it
says,
say?
Hell here.
Wow.
Yes, bitch. I love it for some fabulous bitch shit. Yes, Michelle, you fucking worked it. Ew. Okay, and on that note, we're gonna get into our last
Category?
category. Yeah, I don't
Bust
think
in
it's-
the news?
Yeah, bust in the news. I was in my brain, I'll just be like, bust in the bees.
Well, Sam, you want to talk about Rust? We've talked about it here and there.
Yeah, we've kind of talked about it here and there, mostly just kind of glossed over. 'cause
You've
it's
been
still
on
like-
real sets.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the most recent one is like there's a lawsuit filed now. I think the first of many. I think the kind of like the big, I guess I don't know what the real details are, but the thing I'd like to point out is that I think maybe the issue is that there's no sort of like overarching body that looks over this stuff because like studios have their own rules, but there's no sort of like cohesiveness in terms of like from set to set on how things should be handled.
Oh, there's gonna be
So,
now.
I mean, I've been on sets where like the stunt coordinator and the armor were so good. Like I felt safer on that set than like walking down my own stairs in my house.
Yeah.
like it was just so safe. And I have other ones where like I show up and they're like, okay, we're ready to roll. Here's the gun. Ready? Okay, go. I'm like, wait, is this gun? Is this loaded? Like, has anyone even checked? Like, what's going on here?
Pull the trigger, bitch.
Yeah.
That part-
So it's like,
Somebody hand me a gun on set. Like the first thing I'm gonna do is like, point it to the ground, and some like wet dirt. Just I'm like, oh yeah, all right, y'all. I'm just testing.
yeah. So if I get told it's empty, then I go off to the side, point to the dirt, squeeze it to prove it's empty. If I get told if they're gonna load it with blanks, I want them to I want to see them load it with an actual blank.
Yes.
Not just, okay, it's blank, don't worry about it. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, let me see it first. But it's kind of ridiculous that I have to consider those things. I mean, I think it should be, someone should be, there's like, you shouldn't even have to think about it. That's how safe it should be. And the fact that there was, potentially live bullets on that set, I don't even know how that happens.
Yeah, like make sure you don't grab from the
Yeah.
live bullets.
Damn.
I don't know.
Hey, they made notes. Why don't I picture like notes? Real bullets, blanks.
I
Just post-its, two
I don't know.
post-its.
I get it with like, the stress and the like, I guess expectations now to like move quickly and turn a profit and like things get overlooked, but
But safety cannot be overlooked.
it shouldn't.
No, never on the set, especially for crew members.
Remember this.
Uh-uh.
Every accident is preventable.
That's not true.
That's what we're taught in the... That's what they say. That's like such a common thing. Like if you drive
That's
buses...
not like something somebody says in like
Dude,
a parenting class for like people like fresh new
it's-
young teenage
Yeah,
parents.
it's what they tell all
this
the bus
could have been
drivers.
prevented had you wore a prophylactic.
I mean, yeah, probably, actually.
Yeah,
Exactly.
probably.
Every accident is preventable. Bullshit.
I mean, you could look at it like from a very... You know what, man? Fuck you guys.
No, I think you have a valid point there. I get what you're saying. I think there's a valid point.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If you pay enough attention, and shit like this should be well thought out. There's a whole lot of money. There's security. There's a lot that's laid out for these film sets. So there's definitely more they could do to like paying attention and make sure these things.
Well, also,
don't
I understand,
happen.
like Sam said, you want to move fast and you want to like get it done.
Yeah.
But guess what slows shit down? Shooting somebody really slows
Yeah.
down production.
Fuck up, slow down production. So make sure the shit is right.
Yeah.
Right and
Also,
tight.
I don't want to be known for the guy that fucking killed somebody on set.
Me neither.
I
though.
don't think anybody does. I think it was Michael Massey. That's like his. Oh, the only one remembers because he killed Brandon Lee on The Crow.
Yeah.
Do not bring that
I
up
know.
in an
Yeah.
interview with him.
No, I mean, why would I?
I've read done research on that. He does not like talking about that.
I mean, I wouldn't like talking about it. No, I'd be like, yeah, I shot him. So what? No, I mean,
Damn, Jesus Christ, that got dark.
Yeah, no shit.
Too soon? Too soon?
Batman.
maybe?
Speaking of which,
right?
I would love to see an adaptation. I just read The Crow because I was waiting for him for Dune. I just read the graphic novel again real fast. I would love a shot for shot
Oh, that'd be cool.
remake.
Oh, absolutely.
In the black and white?
Well, actually, you know what I was thinking of? Tell me this doesn't sound awesome. This will be our last take. And what if they filmed it live action, but also like Take On Me, the music video, with
Oh.
intercuts with animation, with like dream sequences, with like pencil drawings?
Yeah, I think there's some potential there. I think you have to do it in a
Okay.
way that's not wacky.
You would
Like
know it's
Sin
very
City?
serious. Kind of like Sin City.
Yeah.
But like more like Take
more
On
like-
Me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it's kind of with the dream
I'd
world.
watch that. Yeah, that sounds interesting.
I
think it'd
would.
be-
Yeah, I totally watch
Because that novel is dark as hell.
Okay.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah.
just depressing. But it was written by James O'Barr right after his fiance got killed by a drunk driver.
Ah, okay. Okay. It's so sad that great art comes from inspiration like that sometimes.
It's also gorgeous. Have you ever read it?
Yeah.
Not the whole thing.
Have you ever read it?
No.
It's gorgeous looking, like
Yeah.
drawn. But yeah, I was just thinking about that
Okay.
because you're talking about superheroes. Made me think about that.
No. Yeah, The Crow's a good one. The Crow is a good one. You made me watch it, and I had a good, yeah.
What a soundtrack! Talk about soundtracks.
Yeah, that's a good soundtrack, too.
So if it's time,
Mm.
well, I think that wrap.
I should say, yeah, I'm ready to wrap it up, honey. I'm sitting over here like, I only got so many more chances to have my busted ass fingernails.
Okay, you could wear gloves.
No, I don't wear gloves.
You should have worn penguin gloves. We should have
like-
got
you
you
know
some.
what?
Oh, we missed out.
We did.
I should have worn the paper gloves.
fuck.
I said I was gonna wear the, or wanted to wear the Freddy Krueger gloves.
Yeah.
He's gonna cut.
I should have got some
He's
penguin.
just gonna poke himself in the
You're
eye.
gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, I know. I was in my car dancing and some little girl was like trying to TikTok me and I was like, what? And I hit it on my dashboard. I was like, I wish I had like a fun story. Like I wish I lost it off in somebody's booty hole or something. Something fun, you know? What?
That was the nicest.
Don't act like you don't know somebody's son walking around with my fingernail in their booty hole. Oops,
They
it done
might
happened
be. I don't
before.
know what
Anyways,
you're
and on that note,
What a,
that's a wrap, America. Watch hard.
This is Watch Hard. I'm Ryan O'Toole.
Exactly, and I'm Bobby Z.
Sam R. Thanks, guys, for having me.
No, thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you for being with us. Make sure to catch us on YouTube at Watch Hard Pod and our Instagram, which is also.
Watch
I
Hard.
was finna give the Twitter handle also. They're all Watch Hard Pod. So go ahead, check us out, like, add, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, but not with your mama.
And you know the best thing about us? They can't dislike us anymore.
That's true.
You can put
That's
that shit away.
Exactly.
So stupid. All right, guys, we're out. Talk to you later. Bye.